Hi and welcome to another LRCC Soundbite. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but one thing that I seem to keep coming back to on these soundbites is that Jesus kept trying to get people to change their outlook on life. He would tell them that the people they thought were unimportant in society were actually the most important. He told them that if you thought you had status and should be honoured, well, in fact, you were at the back of the queue as far as he was concerned. This week I was reading another story which turned things around like that, and I thought I'd share it with you today. There was a crowd of people, who's probably a group of mothers and children. These mums knew Jesus was special, so they were trying to take their children to see Jesus and to ask him, would you bless them? Now Jesus' disciples saw them coming and they blocked their way. They told these mums and their kids that Jesus was far too busy to see them. After all, in this what was then a highly patriarchal society, there were plenty of men around that Jesus needed to talk to. But Jesus looked over and saw what was going on. He came over angrily and spoke to his disciples. Don't you dare try to stop them. It's people who trust and believe the way that these children do that are part of exactly what I want. It's their kind of attitude that will get people into God's kingdom. And then Jesus spent time with them and blessed every single one of them. We don't often think about Jesus getting angry, but clearly he did. But he got angry about the right things, about injustice, about wrong attitudes and wrong behaviours. In this case, it was towards his friends who were still missing the point of so many things he'd been trying to tell them. At the heart of this story is Jesus' message that the way to get to know God, the way to build a relationship with him and to grow, to live in the way God wants us to, is to trust him in the way that a child has trust. Children have an inbuilt sense of trust in the adults around them. As we grow up, we start to lose that unquestioning trust. But when we're very small, we trust completely. My own kids have required me to catch them at the bottom of a slide, or when they want to get down from somewhere. Admittedly, that was quite a few years ago now, but it happened. There was never a question that I wouldn't do that. And it's that level of trust that Jesus is talking about. Jesus simply wants us to completely trust him. Thousands of years earlier, there was a man. He'd had a great life, but then lots of things went wrong for him, really catastrophically wrong. And he summed his faith up in this way. If we accept blessings from God, then we must accept trouble as well. And after he said that, in everything that happened to him, he never once said anything against God. Now, in the end, the man received back more than he ever lost when things had gone wrong. So it did have a happy ending. But I like the way that he was able to say that it doesn't matter whether we get good things in life or bad things in life. If we trust God, then it has to be complete. We can't just trust him for one thing. It has to be for everything, regardless of what we see. And that, to me, feels like the way that a child would approach it. I hope you have a great week. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.